This is my video about subtraction. It follows on from the video about addition, in which I introduced the superscript as meaning a repeated operation, which is one of the possible meanings for a superscript. I will tell you more of them in later videos. This video will introduce a subscript as meaning a different symbol. For example, if you don't have different symbols like A and B, I can just use subscripts such as N1 and N2. This way we can't run out of symbols because we can't run out of numbers. If you have seen the previous video about addition, it is easy enough to change the addition function if we write it like this, plus with the two n's, to one where the second argument is a negative number. So in this way we have a subtraction function. We could say the minus function of n1 and n2 is equal to the plus function of n1 and minus n2. An important distinction is that subtraction is not commutative. Minus n1, n2 is not equal to minus n2, n1. However, the correct answer does not get messed up too much by swapping the order. It just becomes negative. So the minus function of n1 and n2 is n1 minus n2, which is the answer. Whereas the minus function of n2, n1 is n2 minus n1, which is minus answer, or the negative version of the answer. Also, addition is given the name finding the sum, whereas subtraction is called finding the difference, which is a clever way of looking at it. I will give a common practical example used, which is very important for cashiers to know. Sometimes a cashier might give you an extra dollar or pound because they did the maths wrong, in which case it's up to you if you want to point it out or if you want to take advantage of their mistake. For example, if something is being sold for £3.72 and the buyer pays £5, the change required, which is the answer in green, is found by finding what the difference is between those two numbers. The order matters because it is non-commutative. You might say the difference is the same no matter what order you put them in, but the way negative numbers work, if you put them in the other order, the difference is minus the same number, which is what I just said before. So you just take the minus off if you do it wrong. So the cashier needs to work out £3.72 minus £5. So how do they do this, apart from using a calculator, which often they might do? Notice the units of pound. Sometimes I have to introduce sub-concepts within these videos, such as how I introduced functions in the successor function video. Here I'm introducing the concept of units in the subtraction video. So if you have addition or subtraction with the same units on the front of each one, then the answer must also have the same units, so it must also have a pound sign. Or you could convert the units if they measure the same property, such as 100p equals a pound, which we'll mix up in the later slides. Units will become much more important in later videos. Here we have a flowchart showing the steps taken. First of all, £5 minus £3.72. If you take £3 from each value, knowing that 100 minus 70 is 30, so 200 minus 70 is 130. That leaves £2, then we need to take 72p off. So if we take 70p off, we get the same answer as £1.30 minus 2p. And we know that 30 minus 2 is 28. So if we take 2p from each answer, you get £1.28 minus 0. So £1.28 is the final answer. This has been an introduction to subtraction, a very common mathematical operation that will be used a lot in higher levels of mathematics. The way of thinking in terms of functions as operations applied to arguments, which is often terms used in programming, is quite useful as a foundation for further understanding. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will continue making videos whenever I find the time. Please vote, comment, subscribe and spread the word. You may have noticed this strange yellow sticker on the end. Reason for that is because this whole project was inspired by a song called Following the Sun by Enigma about 5 years ago. That's it for now.